Now, in a landmark judgment, the Supreme Court has upheld the right to choice. All women in India are now entitled to a safe and legal abortion. The landmark judgment rules that all women, irrespective of their marital status, will be allowed the right to abortion. Any distinction between married and unmarried women will be seen as unconstitutional. The court also stressed that the marital status of a woman cannot be a ground to deprive her of that right. The top court says that to believe that only married couples have sexual intercourse is not practical, which is why unmarried women seeking abortion should be treated in an equal light. They will be given at most 24 weeks to go through the process. In another major decision, wives pregnant due to marital rape will also be granted the right to an abortion. The justices agreed that the abortion law needs a change according to the social realities, which means that under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, the definition of rape will now include marital rape. Experts say this observation will pave a new way for later judgments. Remember, marital rape is not recognized as a crime by the Indian law as of now. The verdict comes after 25-year-old unmarried women filed a petition. The woman had appealed against a Delhi High Court order that had rejected her the right. She was 23 weeks into her pregnancy. Soon after this, the Supreme Court asked the Delhi High Court to look at the 2021 amended law, which clearly replaced the word husband with a partner. So as the 25-year-old met all criteria, she was then granted an abortion. And for more on this, our principal correspondent Aditi Gupta has sent us this report from New Delhi. Take a look.
In a significant judgment, the Supreme Court of India has today upheld Indian women's right to choice. The Supreme Court says that unmarried women have the right to abortion of up to 24 weeks of their pregnancy, which was not allowed under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act until now. The court says that any distinction between married and unmarried women when it comes to abortion is unconstitutional. So far, unmarried women have been excluded from Rule 3B of the MTP Act, under which only minors, rape victims, mentally ill women and women with fetal malformation were allowed to abort pregnancy of up to 24 weeks. Another very significant observation made by the Supreme Court is about marital rape. It says that the meaning of rape will include marital rape for the purpose of the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act, which means that if a man forcibly impregnates his wife and if the wife does not want the pregnancy, she has all the right to approach the court and terminate the baby. This will have some impact on the issue of marital rape, which is already pending in the Supreme Court, on which the Delhi High Court had delivered a split verdict a few weeks ago. With video journalist Gopal, this is Aditi for WION.
Today is a happy day for all those who fought for abortion rights, and the Supreme Court has delivered a wonderful verdict which has two parts to it. The first is that unmarried women cannot be denied the right to abortion. There was some interpretation somewhere, and some governments were following the rule that if you're unmarried, you can't have an abortion, which is a crazy thing, isn't it? Abortion is a fundamental right. The woman's right over the body is her fundamental right. So that has been put to rest. Any woman, married or unmarried, wanting to have an abortion can go ahead and have an abortion.